All this National Extreme Festival action is proudly brought to you by CompCare Medical Scheme, Dunlop Tires, Polo, the #1 in brakes, and Investkin. Welcome to round 6 of the Extreme Festival, the final at Zwartkops for 2023's championship. Charles Visser behind me, number 33 on his car, has a 33-point lead, but he's being hunted down big time by Davy van der Merwe and Anthony Pretorius. Pretorius with a mathematical chance, but he still has a chance. And there's going to be an epic battle here over 2 races. But more importantly right now is what's going to happen in qualifying and in Super Pole. Let's find out. Qualifying is always important, but today probably even more. It's going to be very, very tense on circuit, but everybody pushing hard to try and get into that top 6, because the top 6 make it through for the all-important Super Pole. And today, it's vitally important. A couple of guys with some issues, a couple of guys happy with their laps and just waiting to see what happens and who's going to make it into that top 6. There's a big surprise at the end of qualifying as the flag came out. Dude, it took you the whole year to find that lap, but you eventually got it.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I just kept my concentration in this heat, but yeah, I kept it together and I pulled out a good lap.
You've got to get another one now. That's the most important thing, because it's now Super Bowl, so there's only one. What's the plans?
Give it my all.
Well, good luck, Mo, as you make it out for the top 6 shootout now for Super Pole. Mo Carodio taking it all season long to get into that top 6. Dean Venter went out very late, as did Davy van der Merwe. They're going to have to try and push through. Charles Visser has got the target on his back. There's those mathematical chances we spoke about earlier for Anthony Pretorius and for Davy, who's going to have what it takes here by the time Super Pole wraps up. Checkered flag is out, and Pretorius is quickest. So Andrew keeping the mathematical chance well alive there with the Super Pole, but it makes it even more difficult when conditions change up. It's a little bit cooler out there, the engines work well, the tyres work well. Take us through your lap.
Yeah, it was very tough going into turn 1 and 2. The sun's directly into your eyes, so it's very difficult to judge where you're going to brake, where you're going to lift and all of that. So I think I did the best job I could. It was a very decent lap and I couldn't be happier.
Yo, Davy, tough one out there, but he didn't quite go according to plan, but tomorrow's another day.
Definitely, yeah. You can see what happens in qualifying. Sometimes you think you're out and then you're in again, so that was lekker. I must say the last lap, especially on Super Pole, was quite nice. Glad to be in front of my main rival for the weekend, so it just puts me in a bit of a better place tomorrow, but still starting third, still have a lot of work to do to come to first. But yeah, well done to Anthony and them, and I just want to thank the team. The car was been good this weekend, not me, but yeah, the car was just on it this weekend.
We didn't speak about the 33 on your car with a 33-point lead.
The irony, I mean, I thought I was 35, but I'm glad it's 33, so it's going to be a lucky day tomorrow. I hope it is. Qualifying didn't go that good, but we're in it. That's where we have to be. Tomorrow I didn't necessarily have to win, but like all racing drivers, I want to win. But I mean, if it's not on the table, I'll just race my race, take the points we can get, and just hope for the best tomorrow.
Charles will be starting from 4th place. His closest rival is in 3rd, and Anthony Pretorius has taken 1 point away from the championship leader, Charles Visser, who's down in 4th. Loosemore, his teammate, is ahead of him in 2nd, and then the rest of the pack line up behind them. And it's going to be an absolutely amazing race here to wrap up the 2023 CompCare Polo Cup Championship. Join us after the break for race number 1. It's off the line we go. Squadron courses. Buxy Kamani trying to come through the field right from the word go. We go on board with him as he goes inside into turn 1, trying to find a way through there on Tyler. And looks like also pushing out Roshan Goodman. Goodman just ahead there pushing hard, and Robinson now has just got a slight advantage, but there's a dive on the inside here from Buxy and squeezes through right behind Ethan Goodsey as they come out of turn 2. Bryce Pillay had to start from pit lane. We're on board here with Faran Basha, the QV Motorsport man, under a bit of threat as Nathan Victor comes on his inside onto the back straightaway. He's tucked in here behind Dean Venter, trying to find a way through. He thinks Victor might be the right option. He dives onto the back end of Victor as they go through turn 4, trying to find a way past the M-Town car of Venter. Just up the road from them, it's Carodia. Carodia tucked in behind Loosemore. Back on board with Faran as we head up to the top of the hill and into the braking point for turn 5. Great out-braking maneuvers can happen up there if you get it all right, but not this time. Faran Basha sets it up though and gets on the inside of Dean Venter into turn 6. And he might just squeeze Venter out, he does. So he set it up going into turn 5 and cemented it going into turn 6. The OMP bucketless car is out front and leading at this stage, but there's pressure coming onto the second car there from Nathan's Motorsport. Davy van der Merwe, huge pressure coming from Charles Visser, championship leader. As they come to complete the first lap, you can see Bryce Pillay has almost got to the back of that pack, having to start from pit lane. And look at this. This is Jean-Andre Marais putting the pressure onto Buxy Kamani. Marais and Buxy are side by side as they went through turn 1 and now towards turn 2. As we back down into turn 2, you can see the pressure coming from Visser. Visser is looking for a way past early on Davy van der Merwe. He does not want to let Anthony Pretorius get away. Pretorius, as we mentioned, has got a mathematical chance. If he gets a victory in the bag, that'll certainly bring him a lot closer to Davy van der Merwe, but it might not be enough to get him up to the front unless something goes wrong with Charles. Charles Visser's got to literally finish both races. If he finishes up in the top 3, he could possibly even wrap it up here in this first heat. Farhan Basha wants to try and get into that top 3 if he can. You can see how hard this man has been working all season long. Just got better and better behind the wheel of that car, and he's now behind Nathan Victor. The man from Cape Town keeping him out for now. There's a challenge for second. Charles Visser going to go and try around the outside. No, he can't get around the outside of turn 7. That's a long way around turn 7. But has he got enough? And possibly on the brakes. No, he has to tuck in behind Davy again, who just places that car perfectly. So it is the Data and Nathan's Motorsport car in second at this stage as they come across the line with another lap completed. Jason Loosemore doing a great tail gunner roll there for Charles, keeping the rest of the pack at bay and letting the 3 championship rivals fight it out. Mo Karodia cannot find a way through. Here's Charles trying to go slightly different line into turn 2. Watch for the cutback. He's going to try and get the drive onto the short straight and then onto that back straight away and see if he can make a move up into turn 4, possibly into turn 5 on Davy van der Merwe. Exactly what Farhan just did, but a misgear there coming out of Mo Karodia has lost him 2 positions. Victor and Basha have got through. So Karodia just with a misgear coming out of turn 2 and it drops him back right into the clutches of Dean Venter. His teammate and of course stablemate there, Kutsia, is just behind, so there's some fun and games there between the 2 Fast 5 and Lee Thompson Racing machines. JRT and Lee Thompson Racing and Fast 5 and Lee Thompson Racing fighting hard there with the M-Town car. Nathan Victor for Summit Racing now closes onto the back end of Loosemore. He's bringing Farhan Basha along for the ride. QV Motorsport man not too far behind Victor, although he lost about half a car length there on that last lap. He's lost a little bit of ground. Then it's Buxy. Buxy ahead of Jean-Andre. Jean-Andre Marais is certainly getting to grips now with that Team Red racing machine of his. And he's fighting hard with his teammate there, Tyler Robinson. She wanted to be a little bit higher up in this race, that's for sure. Didn't quite go according to plan there on the start, though. A little bit of smoke coming from somebody. Did somebody lock up here or run wide, possibly? Coming out of turn 8? Yes, I think that was a possibility there of somebody just putting a wheel on the dirt. May have come from Loosemore or from Victor. That's how hard those two are pushing. Out front, though, it's Pretorius hanging on. No change in the top 3. 5th place battle is where it's at, and it's Victor versus Farhan Basha. 2 teammates there fighting with Dean Venter, and you can see how hard Mo Karodia and Ethan Kutsia diving on the inside. Was that a misgear from Venter? I think it might have been. Yes, indeed. Dean Venter with a bit of an issue there. So the M-Town car drops one position, possibly 2, as Buxy's going to put an attack on him into turn 4. He's around the outside. It might not be the line to take. No, I didn't think so. You can have a huge amount of the certain part of your anatomy to make a move around turn 4, that's for sure. But Venter, now under pressure. That was brilliant driving from Buxy. He saw that Venter was going to overcommit to the inside. He went and cut back onto turn 5 and up into turn 5. Can he make it 6? There's a little touch between the 2 of them. And Buxy's through. Nice bit of smooth driving there from Buxy Kamani, realizing that Venter was going to go into turn 4 a little bit too hot. And he cut back to try and get the drive up the hill, and it worked for him. Now you can see Jean-Andre Marais and Tyler Robinson lining up Dean Venter. Just behind them comes Roshan Goodman, their teammate, the 4th of those Team Red cars. And behind that is Bryce Pillay trying to make up ground. There is Jean-Andre Marais looking for a way on the inside into turn number 1. This time on Venter. Venter's got problems. Venter's dropping by the wayside. That's 4 cars who've gone past him in the space of 2.5 laps. He's really battling out there at the moment in that M-Town car. Tries to come back at Jean-Andre and does so. Into turn 2 with Tyler looking to pounce as if there's any problems out there between those first 2 cars ahead of her. She's going to make them pay if they make a mistake, that's for sure. This is Anthony Pretorius. This is a nice view looking straight back into the eyes of Pretorius as he goes on his merry way. He's had it plain sailing all the way through, not really being troubled by anybody else as the flag's about to come out. And he's going to take a victory, which is going to bring him closer to Davy van der Merwe and a little bit closer to Charles Visser. But Charles Visser with a 3rd could have wrapped up this title. That 3rd place might be enough to give him the 2023 championship. Venter's on the inside, still going at it, and this is how we do it into the closing stages. He just gets through, and he just beats Ethan Kutsia to the line. Brilliant stuff. So it's Pretorius with a win, Davy van der Merwe in 2nd, Charles Visser in 3rd, ahead of his teammate Loosemore, and it was Nathan Victor beating out Farhan Basha for the top 6 in the first heat of CompCare Polo Cup. And with that, the CompCare Polo Cup champion is crowned, Charles Visser.
Sure, the nerves on the starting the race, oh my word. I mean, I'm just glad I got the nerves under the knees. Big credit to Davy and Anthony, everyone, for keeping me on my toes this year. I can't thank the team enough for the perfect car, and my parents for all the hard work they put in. Winning the championship, I can't believe I'm saying. I mean, I had this dream, even just competing with Polo Cup since I was a little boy, but now winning the championship, oh my word, I can't even believe I'm saying it. But yeah, I mean, big plans for next year. But now, let the party begin with the boys and the team, and then, yeah. Whew, champion of 2023, can't believe I'm saying it.
Second on track and still second in the championship, Davy van der Merwe. He's still got one more race to sort it out.
Yeah, it was a fun race, got a good start, and just had to manage from there. It was a tough race. With the heat, the cars doesn't want to perform that good, but yeah, we tried our best, and Anthony has done an amazing job and for sure winning the championship. So yeah, let's see what happens, but yeah, looking forward to the next race.
Welcome back to action now from the final race of 2023's championship for the CompCare Polo Cup. We've got the champion crown, but second place is still up for grabs. Anthony Pretorius has got to take a victory if he wants to steal that second place away from Davy van der Merwe. We're on board with Ferran Basha, who goes to try and go with the two championship contenders for second and third, and it is Davy van der Merwe who looks like he's got the whole shot. Much better start there off the inside line from Van der Merwe, and he leaves Pretorius to fight it out with Ferran Basha as the two of them come almost together in towards turn number 2. On the inside line there, Nathan Victor wants part of that party as well, as he's gone very, very tight inside. Ooh, couple of cars onto the dirt there. And that was very lucky there from Ferran to hang on to that. The back wheel stepped out onto the dirty stuff. It's going to give Nathan Victor a slightly better run on Pretorius as well as he goes inside for turn 4. A little touch on the brakes there from Victor just to maybe have a bit of a mock break there on Pretorius, but it forces the bucketless car high and wide out of turn 4. The new champions right on Victor's tail, trying to squeeze through there as well. And Mo Kurodia with another great start, looking to go up there with the top 6 as he has been all weekend long. Charles Visser late on the brakes also gets the inside edge just to squeeze through there on Anthony Pretorius, race 1 winner. Victor's into second, Davy leads out, but Ferran Basha's got two very, very close rivals fighting it on his tail and almost up his exhaust pipe. That's how close those two cars are, touching the dirt as they come down towards turn 8. Here comes Pretorius trying to come back at Charles. Charles shuts the door and just squeezes into turn 8 on the inside line. Keeping out Pretorius. Pretorius dropping back now into the clutches of Kurodiya. Kurodiya's teammate is in a huge battle. Here it is. Bryce Pillay in the mix there. That's Mo Kurodia just up the road. And oh, there's a tag. Somebody's been touched on the inside. I think it might have been Ethan Gutsia. He's gone onto the inside line. Bryce Pillay just avoided that. Very, very lucky. And there you can see, oh, big problems there. That is both the teammates, in fact. Mo Kurodia and Ethan Gutsia out at turn number 1. One on the inside and one on the outside. Understandably, safety car has been deployed. But let's have a look at that. This is from Bryce Pillay's point of view. Dean Fenter on the inside trying to avoid. Fenter avoids. Pillay avoids. And that's Ethan Gutsia going left. And that's Mo Kurodia going right. Just through the right-hand screen there, you can see Kurodia's car ending up in a big slam against the wall. And we're back racing now under green after the restart. They start line astern with a restart on a rolling start, and everybody stays line astern until they go past that green flag and cross the finish line. And of course the start-finish line is slightly different here. The start is about 500 meters up the road from the finish line here at Zwartkops, so you got to have your wits about you. Ferran Basha certainly seems to have his wits about him this weekend, and he's definitely looking for a chance to be on the podium at the final race. He's closing in now on Victor. Wonder if he could possibly even steal a victory here. He's definitely looking like he can get through on Nathan Victor. Can he get through on Davy van der Merwe? We'll have to wait and see. Victor goes left. Ferran Basha is going to be on the inside, trying to go with the outbraking that Davy shows him. There we go. Davy climbs on the brakes. Ferran follows suit. And he goes through nicely to try and get through on the man from Cape Town. But the Summit Racing car is hounding the back end. And there you go. A little tag on the back of Davy van der Merwe from Nathan Victor, and a similar tag from Ferran Basha. He had nowhere to go. The two of them sliding out of turn 6. It's going to give an outside chance here to Charles to get into the mix. Charles Visser got the championship wrapped up, but he's still willing to fight it out for the last race of the season. Maybe steal the blood. Oh, Ferran Basha out of shape after a tag there from Charles. Well held. So the champion is not giving up without a fight, and Ferran Basha saying, you're not getting this podium. You've got your championship. Let me have a podium at least here as they go down towards turn 2. Joining the party is Pretorius. He wants some more of that action. He's already taken a victory. He can smell some more if something goes wrong between the 3 cars ahead of him. And it looks like there could possibly be that kind of situation. That's how hard these guys are fighting. Davy's got his head down. He's not even looking in his rearview mirrors. He's leaving them to fight it behind him. You can see a bit of battle scars there on the front end of Charles' car. That's from the tag he gave Ferran Basha coming out of turn 6 on the last lap. He's dropped back behind Pretorius now, who's now trying to close down here on this man that we're on board with, the QV Motorsport machine of Ferran Basha. He's got Victor firmly in his sights. That Summit Racing and Floor Store on-trend car is definitely in trouble. And it means that the QV Motorsport car could possibly spoil the day there for Victor and his chances of a second place on the podium. Final podium of the season is up for grabs. 2 cars fighting for it. They're not going to catch Darby. He's got this plain and sailing out front, but I can tell you something, the fight is not done yet for 2nd and 3rd. Possibly even 2, 3, 4 and 5 if both Pretorius and Visser can join the party. Back on board here for Ferran as he goes through turn 1. Tricky corner to get right. You can see just how hard it is and how hard and smooth you've got to be going into that turn. And then it's all the way down into 2nd gear as they come out of turn 2. Pushing hard now. How many guys have got push-to-pass mechanisms left? Have they all been used so far? Or is there a couple left up the sleeves there that can maybe spoil the day here for a couple of drivers involved in this? Charles Visser's dropped back into 4th. I think he's going to settle for 4th. He's not going to worry too much. He's going to allow Anthony Pretorius to have a go here at Ferran Basha, and both of them try and catch Darby van der Merwe. Nathan Victor still in the mix though. I can tell you something. Victor would love this 2nd place podium if he can keep it all together. The man from Cape Town has had a fantastic season and is certainly going to... Oh, and as I say that, he gets out of shape. Nathan Victor just overcooks it into turn 5, and that is not what you want to be doing. Commentator's curse there, buddy. Sorry about that. But Nathan Victor trying so hard and trying too hard. He just locks it up going into turn 5, and that has given Ferran Basha the chance of 2nd. Pretorius could possibly wrap up the overall for the day if he stays where he is there in 3rd. The flag's about to come out. There's a good possibility that he's going to get that. So it'll be a good finish there for Team Bucket List Racing. And also the fastest lap for Anthony Pretorius. But a penalty drops him down into 5th place in the overall standings after race 2. Darby van der Merwe takes the victory ahead of Ferran Basha and Victor and Visser 3 and 4. Pretorius and Usmo making up the top 6.
Yeah, definitely a tough start to the season. But we managed to come back throughout the season and manage a 3rd place overall. So it was definitely tough, but it's something to learn from and move forward.
Yeah, it's been a good year so far. We learned a lot. Yeah, it's been a tight battle with Charles all year, and yeah, it's good to finish it off well. We don't know yeah, what's coming up, but hopefully something big in the future. Yeah, I just want to thank VW and my team and my family and everyone supporting me this year.
Yeah, I mean the championship was a long one. Yeah, we've had a lot of ups and downs in the season. After East London, our pace seemed to come back. So yeah, we're very grateful for that. And yeah, it's been a good few races. This last weekend here had its own ups and downs. You know, we had good pace in practice. Qualifying didn't really go our way, so we were on our back foot for the races. And luckily, we had 2 decent races. And the 2nd race was, you know, we managed to start in 3rd and we got a 2nd place from there. So we really can't argue with that. We can't be unhappy. It's an amazing result for us and for the team. And a big thanks to QV Motorsport this year for all their hard work and all their support, and it means a lot to me.
Top 3 celebrating there for the 2023 CompCare Polo Cup Championship. Visser took the victory. Darby van der Merwe in 2nd and Pretorius in 3rd, with Basha and Victor being big threats for next year. Join us after the break for more action from the final round of the Extreme Festival.